The echo of that sound remains etched in my mind, vivid and distinct. A single splash, the kind that breaks the stillness of a lazy afternoon when a body dives into a pool. But the scream that followed was something else entirely. Sharp, ragged, a cry wrenched from a man whose instincts sensed peril before his thoughts could process it. Concealed behind thick curtains, I watched him thrash in my pool. My wife's lover, brazen enough to swim in my waters, eat at my table, and slip into my bed while I was gone. I stayed motionless, unwavering. This wasn't a sudden whim or a flare of rage. This was intentional, methodical, a scheme crafted with precision. For over a decade, we'd constructed a life that appeared impeccable to outsiders. A spotless home, 2 polished cars in the driveway, and laughter that filled the air during gatherings with friends. My wife was radiant, or so she once seemed. Others envied us, dubbed us the ideal couple. Maybe for a while we were. But time breeds a subtle blindness. You stop noticing what's missing until the void becomes too heavy to bear. Her hand no longer reached for mine. Her inquiries about my day dwindled. Her smile turned polite, as if I were a guest lingering too long. At first, I questioned myself. Had I grown too routine? Had my career consumed too much of me? So I doubled my efforts. Flowers, dinners by candlelight, weekend getaways. But when someone's heart has already strayed, your gestures are just whispers in a vacant room. The clues emerged, faint but unmistakable, like cracks spiderwebbing across glass. A misplaced strand of hair. Wine glasses in the sink, though I never touched wine. A towel, oddly damp, left in the bathroom when I'd been at work all day. And then the pool. Always the pool. Some evenings, when I came home early, the faint scent of chlorine lingered in the air. I hadn't swum in weeks. Neither had she. One Tuesday, I left the office early, parked a street away, and crept through the back gate. There he was, a stranger cutting through my pool with bold, assured strokes, as if he owned every wave. My wife sat nearby, legs crossed, her eyes locked on him with a warmth I hadn't felt in years. She didn't see me. She was too absorbed in his words, her laughter flowing freely. That moment broke something in me, but it also sharpened my determination. A cold, clear focus took hold. Revenge isn't born of fury. Fury is reckless, prone to mistakes. My revenge would be patient, exact. I watched. I noted. I studied. He came on Wednesdays and Fridays, always late in the morning, always gone by mid-afternoon. They thought they were careful. They weren't. I collected proof, photos, videos, even receipts for wine and groceries bought midweek. Evidence meticulously saved, waiting for the day I'd dismantle her world. But first him, the audacious fool who dared claim my pool. I spent weeks researching. The human body is fragile in ways most ignore. A pool is a delicate system, chlorine, pH stabilizers. Upset that balance, and the water becomes a betrayer. I didn't need poisons, they leave traces. I needed something subtle, undetectable, agonizing. Online I found the answer. Safe in small amounts, deadly in excess. Enough to make breathing feel like swallowing flames, to make skin burn as if scorched. Enough to shatter a man without a trace. On Thursday night, under the drone of the pool pump, I added the compound to the system. Colorless, odorless, indistinguishable from water. By morning, the trap was set. On Friday, I called in sick, told her I'd be stuck in meetings across town. She didn't doubt me. Deceivers rarely suspect others can see through them. By noon he arrived, predictable as always, shirt tossed aside, muscles tense, radiating arrogance. She greeted him with a swift, anxious kiss, one that stabbed at my heart. Then he strode to the pool's edge, my pool, and plunged in. The scream came seconds later. His body spasmed, flailing as if the water had turned hostile. He clawed toward the surface, gasping, choking, eyes reddened, skin blistering with angry welts. She rushed to him, frantic, shouting his name. She didn't see me step out from behind the curtains. Her face when she saw me, I'll hold that image forever. The blood drained from her cheeks, her mouth open, speechless. She knew. She didn't need to ask how much I'd uncovered. Get him out, I said, my voice steady, before he drowns. She scrambled, pulling him to the pool's edge, wrapping him in a towel. He whimpered, no longer the confident lover, reduced to a quivering wreck. I let the silence hang, thick and oppressive. Her eyes darted to me, begging for a mercy I had no intention of offering. I know everything, I said, and set the folder on the table. Photos, timestamps, dates, evidence too precise to dispute. Her hands trembled as she opened it, each page sinking her deeper into the wreckage of her deception. 11 years, I said quietly. And this is what you've done with them. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. My calm sliced deeper than any outburst could. By evening he was gone. She pleaded with me not to involve the authorities, not to ruin his life. I almost laughed. His life was already in shambles. He'd carry the scars, physical and otherwise, for months, maybe years. And her? She had no inkling of what awaited. The divorce was swift, precise, relentless. She didn't fight it. The evidence was too damning. My lawyer barely hid his delight. She left with far less than she'd expected, her reputation in ruins. Friends she thought loyal drifted away once the truth spread. And me? I walked away free, unburdened. Do I regret it? Not for a second. When I recall that splash, that piercing cry, the moment his arrogance met my patience, I feel only closure. Betrayal is like rot. If you don't cut it out completely, it spreads. I carved deeply, thoroughly. Now, when I pass by the pool, calm and empty, reflecting only the sky, their shadows are gone. All I see is my own reflection, intact and whole.